This is one of our Heritage XLs that we've just finished. So the Heritage Camp is the more traditional layout. So it has got the upper queen bed, so that is your main bed. And then it has the pull-out table and a pull-out trundle bed that's gonna slide out right across these benches. We do have a headboard built in, and we can change a lot of this stuff out if you want. This customer went with a shelf, but he wanted it wider so that he could get more storage up there. The traditional camp does have a flip-up countertop, so that countertop will fold down. You can use it to put a little extra of your prep material that you need when you're cooking. And then it has a bank of drawers in the upper cabinet, some storage here in the sink area, and then it's got a pantry and then a large bathroom. And it does have a good sized closet, and then our 6 cubic foot fridge, and then a space for a microwave above, the propane light, and some of the utilities here, the furnace and some things like that. And then more storage and some counter space. And then a 3-burner cooktop with the oven. And then they went with the small wood stove. So this is the camp with the table pulled out. And it will pull out further, and then there's a leg that will prop under there to stabilize that table. So you've got some room over here to sit for quite a few people, and then some more room there. So this is a look with the trundle bed pulled out. They've got a queen main bed and a full-size trundle. You do have a little space under there if you want to throw the cushions down there and let the kids sleep under, a few of the smaller kids sleep under there. You'll notice they do have a longer shelf above their bed. So that will hold the cushions. They can put a lot of storage up in there. Someone smaller could sleep up there, but for the most part, that's just for storage. And then you do have your headboard with a couple shelves. You can put some things on top of it, and it does have the 12-volt charger there for your cell phones. So the traditional camp does give you a flip-up counter there by the sink. And this camp has a good deal of storage by the sink as well. And you do have your storage under the benches and the suit box storage in the bench as well. So this one also has the entertainment package. So it's got the 12-volt TV, and it's got a DVD player with it. And it's on a mount, so you can swivel it and pull it out and move it around where you want to. And then these guys went with the small wood stove with the wood box underneath, and then the 3-burner with the oven range. They got a nice big area here for prep work and counter space. And then the regular 6 cubic foot fridge. Place for a microwave above, or we can do a built-in, or we can just do a cabinet for you. And then they've got a really good sized closet. And it does have storage beneath it. And then we've accented everything with the silver aluminum. And it does have the forced air furnace, the water package, and the tank heaters. So they did some thinking back and forth on what they wanted in their bathroom. And they did want the bigger shower. So it's the 32 by 32 shower pan. And then the RV toilet. And you can see the antifreeze, it is winterized. It's still winter here, unfortunately, even though it's March. But they'll be coming to get it in this week or next. But they also, instead of having the sink and vanity, they went with the small bathroom that does not have that. But they wanted to access some of their area for some toiletries, things like that. And so they do have the areas that they can reach into these two cabinets. And then on the bottom part, they've got drawers. We did this quite a bit on some of our units, and so that's why you've got an upper. The very top two cabinets are the ones that are able to reach into, because the bottom two are drawers. So again, they got a pretty good sized kitchen sink cabinet. You've got all of your storage above. And they went with the deep single sink, just our standard faucet. And then under the sink, you can see they do have the outside shower and some shut-off valves, and you can see the plumbing, so it's kept warm. And then they've got some more good deep storage here. And then they have a bank of drawers. And they do have the stereo. And it's got the speakers in the ceiling. And they have the air conditioning and the fantastic fan. So this is the outside of the camp. They do have this deck that they can put maybe a four-wheeler, but I think mostly it'll be a motorcycle or some storage things, just some coolers and that. But it's got the 3 steps off the tongue. And then they had us do a couple of compartments in the tongue so that they could get some of their storage things put in there. And then they also had us weld on these sleeves or some brackets here so that they could, he's gonna fabricate him some railings, or else put like a 2x4 something in there and build him a little bit of a railing, so when he's loading his four-wheeler, he can't go off the other side, or he can hold things in better. But it does also have the D-ring so that he can tie things down. Other than that, everything else on here is pretty standard. He does have the heated waste tanks, and then some access underneath the shower if we ever have to get into that. He's got the bigger axles and tires, your water heater and some storage, and a solar panel. And the back's pretty standard with the receiver tube. You can hook another trailer on back here. It's all wired for it. And then an extra solar panel on this side with his battery compartment and his stove pipe and everything else that you normally get. And then he does have, this is where the waste tanks drain. It's got the tank heaters, the furnace is ducted into the metal insulated box, and there's tape heat on these outside hoses. Okay, so finally we did look at the outside. Was a little cold out there, but not too bad. Still got a bit of snow, but we got you some outside video. And then I changed out the bedding to a purple bedspread that was in my daughter's room, and I kind of like it, but I'm kind of a purple fan. I don't think they're probably going to end up with a purple bedspread, but we'll see what her husband decides. Hopefully get some pictures once it gets home and they get it decorated and the way they want it. Start using their camp.